everything, single communication that I received was in a box, literally. I received SIFE in a box.
Really?
Business in a box.
Business in a box.
It was in a box, and we were actually almost bankrupt.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Enactus Perspective, an interview show created for the entire Enactus South Africa network, where we have some of our alumni, student advisors, students as well as business advisors come on board, share some of their most fondest memories of the Enactus journey. It's really about putting the Enactus journey into perspective, And today we are very privileged and very happy to have the last episode of season 1 of the Enactus Perspective, but most importantly to have our country leader and CEO of Enactus South Africa, and that is Letitia de Wet. Welcome. How are you today?
Thank you so much. It's great to be in Lego.
Super. Let's begin. Let's begin with before Enactus South Africa. Where and what were you involved in?
Okay, at first, I had my teething time at a university. In strategic marketing communications. Then I started my own business.
Okay.
And I got a book, the JB's Prayer, and I adopted the prayer. And for 6 months, I prayed to God to actually enlarge my territory. I really wanted to fulfill a purpose and leave a footprint behind. And then this opportunity came about in 2001, and in August 2001, I started my journey with Students in Free Enterprise.
Back then, yeah.
Yes, that was the name of the organization then.
Okay. And since having taken office, what have been some of the challenges you've faced and have had to overcome?
Obviously I was excited about the fact that it was an opportunity for us to really look at entrepreneurship in youth development and especially at higher education. But obviously, we had challenges. At that time, we were really low on financials, and we had to look at our financing, and then obviously, to start to roll out to more universities in the country. At that time, we only had 12 universities participating in the program.
Whoa, okay.
So I actually set it as a goal to incorporate all of the higher education institutions, and it was just after our landscape changed in terms of how many universities we had. That time we had technicons and all of that.
Yes.
So the university system merged into less universities, and then we had 23. And so, within the 2 years, I actually had all universities on board. But I also established the Sustainability Fund, which was really for us groundbreaking work, because our sponsor supported us to pay more early to us, and we could actually earn interest from this investment account so that we could pay our overheads and to become a bit ahead in terms of our financials. So now we've ring-fenced a proportion of our funds so that we are sustainable for a year, so if we wouldn't receive any sponsorship money.
Wow. Now, that is what I would really call business leadership and business strategy thinking. And that actually leads then to the next question of 2020, the pandemic, COVID. How has the organization had to change and adapt towards the pandemic?
I think, the university system was under huge pressure. I think no one ever expected it to pan out the way that it did. We started off well in the beginning of the year, and then in March, it was lockdown.
Yeah.
But I think, we had a very versatile staffing that really, sprung to the opportunity to move our program to a virtual one.
Yeah.
Globally, we did it, and we hosted our first national competitions virtually, on the Launchpad platform. That was for us really significant. But in addition to that, I really think that we learned so much about the fourth industrial revolution, because we just actually had to caterpillar into that.
Yeah.
So it was really for us an opportunity, more than a challenge.
I love that. That COVID was more so of an opportunity than a challenge. It's a different perspective. And in your view, then, why is it important for us to mobilize entrepreneurship amongst the youth?
You know, I think our education system never really minded entrepreneurship for many years.
Yes.
We had a fight to see how universities could adapt their curriculum for students to be more work ready by the time they exited university. Okay. And so we were part and parcel of driving entrepreneurship and the agenda on campuses through the Enactus program. And then obviously, I think, you know, what was also important was that we have been recognized an organization that was having the biggest footprint in terms of entrepreneurship, you know, in higher education. So that was for us, you know, a feather in our cap. But also, you know, youth, we see so many of them ending up unemployed, graduates that are unemployed. And so we've changed our perspective even in terms of that. So no more is it only about, you know, advancing communities. But in addition to that, we want our students to become business owners before they graduate. Absolutely.
You know, testament to that as well. And before we continue all that, then concludes part 1 of this 2-part interview. Let's get ready for part 2.